Well, there are a ton of wire baits out there in the marketplace. Specifically, I'm talking about spinnerbaits and deciphering why some outperform others. Here's some key things to look at. I want to discuss the wire. So the wire here is so critically important. The better performing baits have lighter wires, okay? It gives more vibration, it releases more vibration. A lighter wire obviously is more prone to stretching and or breaking. So there's a fine line between getting a bait that's going to last a little while and one that's going to have that key vibration to it. If you pick up a bunch of different baits, let's say that you've collected over the years, you probably are going to notice the different gauge of wire. Try to use the ones that have the lighter wire to it when you're purchasing spinnerbaits. The more that you can set aside the ones that have a lighter wire, you're gonna get a better vibration from that lure. Number two is blade positioning. So if I take a look at this double willow right here, one of the things that I like to do with spinnerbaits is to twitch them and bounce them on the way back to the boat as opposed to a straight retrieve. And when that bounce happens, I like those blades to be able to hit or to clack just to add another vibration signature to those. So obviously right here, they are going to hit. But if you take a look at this one that's got this willow and this Colorado blade up here, they're not going to hit as easily. If I really bounce them, yeah, it'll come up there and hit, but I would probably take this stock blade off. I would like this to be just a little bit bigger to guarantee when I'm bouncing it through the water column, I just get a little bit more clang with those particular blades. The next one is blade size and combination. It seems like the 4.5, the number 4.5, or the number 5 willow leaf is the standard. Why? Because it works great. But we can take those blades and match them to the forage that we have in our particular waters. For example, when I fish the Ozark Lakes, I run across so many anglers that take off those 4.5s or number 5 blades and put on big old number 7s on there to get that bigger profile, especially on really windy days. So taking some time and taking off the stock blade and sizing up or maybe sizing down can be something that just makes the difference, and your spinnerbait might catch more fish than somebody that's using a stock. The next one is blade style. Is of course willow is very popular for, you know, sunny days, get a lot of flash to it, but there are so many other different blades out there. There's painted blades, there's hammered blades, and a hammered blade is a good one when you got a lot of sunshine because it bounces or reflects that light differently and presents a different flash in the water than just a smooth blade. Painted blades I like to use more on cloudy types of days, but a painted chartreuse blade is very, very popular, or used to be in the past. So taking some time to mix up those blade combinations and or blade color or reflection can just once again be those little tweaks that make that bait stand out for you. And the last one I want to talk about is the skirts. Now these right here happen to be the perfect skirts, and they stay on here really well, but probably a lot of you have got so many spinnerbaits with your traditional little rubber band that holds on the skirt. They dry rot, they fall off, they pull down when you're fighting a fish. So you can either find some of the skirts that are more molded into place like this one, or you could also take some florist wire. Okay, you can go to about any hobby type of a store, get some florist wire, and then lift that skirt here and pull it down, and then put a wrap or two of that florist wire and cinch it down there, and that skirt is going to be less apt to fall down. And as a matter of fact, there are some baits now on the marketplace that are once again starting to promote wire tied, and that makes a big difference, especially if you like to throw a lot of spinnerbaits. And hey, if you would like to watch a video on some other advanced spinnerbait tactics or ideas, go ahead and check this one out right here. And make sure that you go out and encourage someone today. You never know how you might just change their life. For the Bass Fishing Life, I'm your host, Steve Rogers.